I don't know if we're live yet. I'm just waiting for it to tell me. Okay, now we're
It's
good.
so funny. You're just sitting there waiting.
I don't want to start talking if I'm not live. Okay. Hello, internet friends. So, we're excited to come on here and talk to you guys today about something that a lot of firm owners seem to overlook. Okay. And that's that, kind of why leadership starts with understanding yourself and your team. Okay. So, you don't just have a systems problem or a team problem. You have a leadership gap. And most of that comes from not truly understanding yourself or the people around you that you're leading.
Yeah, we hear all the time. I feel like I'm doing the same things over and over. I hire people, but the work still comes back to me, or nobody cares as much as I do. And I'm sure that sounds familiar to a lot of you guys. The truth is, most of the problems come from miscommunication, unclear expectations, and not knowing how to lead people with different personalities. And that's where the Maxwell DISC assessment changed a lot for us.
Yeah, and so if you're not familiar with what DISC is, it's a personality assessment. I know there's thousands of them out there, but this one's different because it ties back with leadership. Okay. And it helps you understand what your natural leadership style is and how your team operates. So, just a real quick run through, you have your D, which is your dominant. That's or your dominance. That's going to be like the result driven, wants the decision quickly. You have your I, which is your influence, really outgoing, loves energy. Your S, your steadiness, that's going to be loyal, dependent. And then your, I always say this one wrong, your C, Daniel, what is it?
Conscientiousness.
There you go. So that's like your detailed, your analytical person. And when you don't understand that these differences, what happens? You lead everyone the same way, and it's usually the style that you prefer because that's what you like. And then you wonder why people don't get it.
Yeah. And here's the thing, if you're a high C, like a lot of people in the accounting, bookkeeping firm industry are, you want perfection, you want control. You're very analytical, like Megan said, perfectionist, and you fear criticism. So you hang on to everything because you feel like you don't trust anybody else to get it done the right way. But if your team is full of I's or S's, they need the clear communication, the encouragement, and the stability to perform well. So when we adjust our leadership to meet where our team is, when we don't adjust it, they feel micromanaged or we get frustrated and then we end up just saying, forget it, I'll take things back myself. It's just easier if I do it.
Yeah, and we hear that a lot. And this is the fun part. This is where DISC can tie to task management. This is where they meet each other. So, when you know how your team thinks, not only can you better communicate with them, but you can then set up your task system in a way that matches their work style, right? And you can stop repeating yourself because the system's going to hold the details, which our C's love so much. And it's going to give your S and your I team members more clarity and confidence. So they don't need to ask, what's next, right? They're going to know and build trust that the tasks are happening, even if you're not in every single detail of it.
Yeah. One of our clients, this story, one of our clients had an issue. She was high C, right? So analytical, perfectionist, and her team was full of S's, and she was driving them crazy, double checking everything that they did. They were afraid to take ownership of anything. And then they ended up doing the DISC assessment, and she realized her team needed more step-by-step guidance in their task management system, and that she needed to stop taking back their work and instead just set the expectations and implement the system that actually worked for them. Um, and she did, and her team gained confidence, and she was able to delegate tasks and stop hoarding everything and doing things on her own. And for the first time in years, she actually took a fully unplugged vacation. So,
I love that. So, if you want to be able to lead better, to communicate better, and just finally trust your team to carry the business with you, starts with two things. And that's going to be understanding your leadership style through DISC. That's very helpful. And then building systems that support the way that you and your team work.
Yeah. So if any of this resonated with you, drop the word DISC in the comments and we'll send you details on the Maxwell DISC assessment. And if you haven't already, go ahead and grab the task management planner because systems and leadership do go hand in hand.
And remember, leadership isn't about doing more. It's just about leading differently. And whenever you start to combine these assessments and systems together and you stop being the bottleneck and start being the CEO your business actually needs, you're going to see that.
Yeah.
So, thanks for hopping on with us today. We hope everybody has a great rest of the day.